Welcome to the C.S. Joseph Podcast. I'm your host, C.S. Joseph, obviously, LOL. And then, also, don't forget, folks, we have our new course coming out on pre-order very soon. Pre-order means you're going to get the early bird pricing at a huge discount. But it is our course, How to Failure-Proof Your Relationship. Very awesome course. We have 60 plus videos digging down deep internal to the situation. Pre-order is coming around the corner. It is a thing. It's going to be here. It's going to be amazing. So check it out when it comes out. That being said, today's acolyte question is for INFJs, and the question goes as following. How do INFJs maximize our charmer potential to get a girlfriend? Honestly, I am super triggered by this question. Majorly triggered by this question. This person needs to watch season 31 playlist here on this YouTube channel immediately. Probably the most controversial content that I've ever produced. But in order to understand this form of psychology, we need to look at the psychology, the behavioral psychology of the different genders and how men and women or masculine and feminine relationships actually work. And a lot of people get really hung up on seduction and seductive styles, especially as presented by Robert Greene's book, The Art of Seduction, which is where the charmer archetype actually comes from. But honestly, it's not really something I recommend people spend a lot of time on. As great as it is to know for me that, yes, I'm an ENTP, so that makes me a coquette seductive style as a result. At the end of the day, seductive styles don't really actually matter, because when you actually end up studying attraction, literally the seductive styles are nothing more than expressions of attraction or attractiveness and nothing more. They're not actually the source of attraction. And this is where I think people conflate a lot of Robert Greene's work improperly over time. And they need to realize what the actual source of attraction is. In women, it's femininity, being feminine. It's the feminine women out there who get the best guys. And conversely, it's the most masculine men who end up getting the best girls, the best women, basically. So that's really what it comes down to. How about instead of maximizing your charmer potential, you start maximizing your masculinity? And that comes from, putting yourself above the tribe. Men are born with this thing called masculine idealism. It means that by default, it is our nature that we put the tribe above ourselves, but through learning and learned behavior and learning experience, it's also what the purpose of the rite of passage used to be for men, was to teach men that in their adulthood, they need to learn how to put self above the tribe, because society will sell you downriver anyway. It doesn't matter. Society will be happy to sacrifice you for its own interests, because that's what it does. So, because, men are the disposable sex. So you have to learn how to put yourself above the tribe, because the tribe eventually will betray you and dispose of you for its own end. That's the entire point behind the rite of passage. That is the entire issue. And if you don't think that's what society is doing to you now, yes, it really is. Who signs up for the selective service? You see what I'm saying? Understand, or at least who did sign up for the selective service, if that's changed, I don't know. Might want to make yourself aware of that. So, if you really want to get a girlfriend, you need to become as attractive as possible. And the only way you're going to do that is by maximizing your masculinity, not necessarily your seductive style as the charmer. Look, the charmer itself will be maximized if you have reached your masculine potential. How do you do that? Well, work on your male burden of performance. Be a top performer in every area of your life. Be a top performer in fitness. Be a top performer in business. Be a top performer in learning. How many books are you reading? I try to read 26 books a year. How many books are you reading? See what I'm saying? That's one book every 2 weeks. Think about that, folks. Okay? That's what I try to do, right? What are the top priorities of your life? Faith, family, fitness, finance, and friends. There's a lot of things to it. Or you can look at the three major niches, health, wealth, and relationships. Like, what are you doing as a man to improve yourself? Because remember, when you're born as a man, you actually have like no value. Girls have value when they're born, but not, and they have to spend their entire life trying to preserve their value because their value decays over time. Whereas with a man, it's completely different. You are born with no value, and you have to spend your life producing value, creating value. So what value are you actually creating as a man? Okay? Are you alone? Do you have your own home? Do you have your own car? Do you have your own job? Do you have your own purpose? Do you have your own fitness? What do you have that's yours? What have you earned? What are you going to earn? What is your potential? Are you masculine? Do you put yourself above everybody else? What are you doing? Are you giving yourself permission to do this? If you are an INFJ who is driven by guilt and feeling bad about themselves, or very self-critical in that regard. Or you're an ENTP like me, who really struggles with giving himself permission or having justifications before I do something that may necessarily not actually come off affiliative to other people. You see what I'm saying? Even I struggle with that. The bottom line is that it's actually about maximizing your masculinity. Do that. Self above tribe. Self above tribe is actually what's going to make you as attractive as possible. And don't be like that typical INFJ who takes shortcuts. You know, INTJs are even more at shortcuts, but INFJs do it too. And I hear who loves taking them some shortcuts. No. You want to, like, the quickest way to success is the long road. If you're not taking the long road, you're going to fail, and you're setting yourself up for failure. You won't be masculine, and then you'll be rejected consistently. And INFJs hate rejection. They don't do abandonment. And the thing is, though, is that, like, if you're going out of your way using your ISTJ superego to try to, you know, give other people an amazing, good first impression, guess what? That first impression is actually fake. It's you being fake. You're being a fake person. And that's not somebody like I would want in my life. How about you don't try to do a very good first impression, and instead you actually just be real? Okay? And the only way that's going to happen is if you accept yourself entirely. So, books that you need to read to kind of figure this out, you need to read Game by Roosh. Good luck getting a copy of that because he took them down. Good luck. Another book you should read is The Manual by W. Anton, so that you can learn how to accept yourself and all of your faults instantly, without hesitation. And then realize that this is your life. You don't have to share your life with anybody. And you're not, no one else's life gets to dictate to you how to live your life. It is your life. You get to decide, okay? Which means, you know, don't let anyone else get in the way. That's just who you are. That's just what you want. So keep that in mind, folks. Understand, like, you know, it's not about, like, using your seductive style and being the best at that seductive style. No. It's about whether or not you could be the best at being masculine. Or if you're a woman, if you could be the best at being feminine. That's what it's actually about. Because your seductive styles will, over time, actually, you know, you want the most masculine version or the most feminine version of your seductive style because they are just expressions of your masculinity or expressions of your femininity. That is how you get the girl. That is how you get the guy. So work on that. If you want to learn more about how to become masculine or feminine, maybe you guys should tough it out and actually be willing to listen to me and have the patience to listen to all the harsh truths that I say in the Season 31 playlist on this YouTube channel. Good luck getting through all 17 episodes. They are extremely painful. Good luck. But it's the truth. Period. End of story. Not only do I tell you the truth and why it's happening, I also tell you how you can actually fix it and get through life as a result. Big, important deal. You might want to check that out. So, anyway, folks, thanks for watching and listening, and I'll see you guys tonight.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul.